guys, it's Jeanette with Our Backroom Creations. Come on in. Tonight, we're going to do purple. So we're going to stray a little way from our primitive ways. Because towards fall, Halloween, and Christmas is when the glitter comes out. Now, if you're not into glitter, that's okay. I like a lot of different things. I'm just going to get my comments pulled up so I can see who's coming in. Let me know where you're watching from. Come on, you snide little thing. Hi, Linda. Hi, guys. Go. Hi, Ruth. How are you? Hi, Lori. All right. So this is my witch's hat, my primitive witch hat. I didn't turn this clear over, and I painted it purple. This is not going to be a project that we're going to complete tonight in 45 minutes. Hi, Darla. But we're going to start on it. We're going to get our base painted, and I have no vision for tonight other than we're using a purple witch hat. Okay? Hi, Miss Tracy. Hi, Linda. Excuse me, I have a little tickle in my throat. The pollen count is high. So I didn't get this painted first, but I made this huge bow. Not so sure we can use that, but we're going to try. Hi, Mary Schneider. Hi, Cynthia. So I think I'm just going to paint. I had a smaller wood round, but I decided to go big. We're going to do a centerpiece is what we're working on. I think I'm just going to paint it black. And I made a purple pumpkin and a lime green pumpkin. And I forgot to bring up an orange one. I have orange downstairs. I might just make another one because these are round. I made round ones. I think we're just going to paint it black. Didn't even get, oh, not that one. Didn't even get out my paint stuff because I have no idea where I'm going. Hey, Jamie. I told you I was on Jamie's live, and I'm like, I have no vision for tonight. We don't need this quite yet. I even got my pick machine out. So we're going to paint this. Hi, Aldine. Thank you for sprinkling. If you guys wouldn't mind sprinkling, I'd appreciate it. Hubby's not home. He's working late. So I got fans going, so this should dry pretty quick, hopefully. Hope everybody's having a good start to your week. I have been going through so much black paint with the snowman hats and the witches hats and everything else that's black. The shoes. I was trying to finish up some fall projects, and I'm starting another Halloween. But I've been wanting to do a purple hat, and I'm like, I'm just going to do it tonight. It's not going to be quite primitive because I just like too much stuff. So we're just painting this. It's just black chalk paint from Folk Art, I think is this one. Everybody watch Miss Jamie. Sage is up after me. We're going to dry brush a little bit of black onto our witch hat. And I just pulled out what Halloween stuff. I don't have a whole lot of Halloween. I don't do big time Halloween. You're either in it or you're not. We have a street in town. I think the residents are getting quite older, so they can't decorate like they used to, because this one that street that's got all the old houses on it, it was decorated like to the nine. Hi, Yolanda. At Christmas time, they used to put a Santa sleigh on the roof. Oh, gotta have some juice. There we go. How are you doing, Yolanda? I finally got caught up on orders today, or last night. Everything is shipped out because I had personal orders, Etsy orders, the auction, not auction, but the live sales. I've been in pumpkin mode. I've been finishing up all those quilted pumpkins. I should have got my Lazy Susan. I always think it's on the floor over there. I was going to paint this beforehand because, you know, you're winding down for the day. I still have another couple hours in me. The snowman hat I did last week, I put some snow, like, oh, you can see it. I splattered it with white paint. I like it a lot better. It looked a little plain a little bit. These wood rounds, Floyd's got a whole stack of them in his room. I just went in there and this is a 15-inch. I stole a 12-inch and a 15-inch, and this is the 15. The 12-inch would just be just a tiny bit bigger than the hat, and I want to make it a full-blown centerpiece. Hi, Diane. 15. Pretty sure. Yep, 15. I got it at Menards. Menards is like a Lowe's if you don't have those in your area. We have Menards and we have Lowe's here, and then up north is Home Depot. Let's see if I missed any. I don't. I come up to my craft room about between 9 and 10. And I'm up and down. Floyd's working late tonight, so he can heat him up some chili when he gets home. I didn't eat supper. My mom called, and then I talked to a friend from California, and then I'm like, oh, I need to finish getting ready for my live. Okay. So get this dried off. Hi, Lisa. How are you? Lisa, right? Hopefully this will dry in just a couple minutes. So we're going to use the purple hat, we're going to do some dry brushing of black on it to bring down, hi Vicky from Florida, bring down the tone of the purple. It's a little bright. Got some styrofoam. I cut it in half and then I decided I'm going to use the whole thing. I actually, it's gaps and cracks I spray into Bob Evans mashed potatoes containers. You spray a little ham in there, it'll pop right out. Hi Karen, how are you? We're just painting. But this won't get finished tonight. Like I said in the beginning, it'll be a two-parter. I have a small vision of where I want to go, but I know it's going to change. So we're going to start, we'll just keep building on. Not sure when I can do the second part. We'll see how I feel tomorrow. Hi Sage. Sage is up next after moi. If you're not following any of my friends that come in on their business page, please do so. Sage makes some adorable things. We're going to fold this in half. Glitter's already flying. I already see glitter. There's glitter on my witch hat. Hey, Belinda. We're doing good. There's glitter on it. So this is the witch hat, just like the primitive black one that I did, but I painted it purple. It was actually a two-part color. I kind of mixed in some darker purple because the purple I had was quite bright. I shut this up and I didn't even need to. Even made some purple pumpkins and a lime green one. That lime green is bright. Hey Charmaine, how are you? We're going to do a little primitive slash glitzy. Here's my bow. I have a very big bow. It's got 4-inch ribbon on the back. Have some styrofoam. Yeah, so I save my Bob Evans mashed potatoes because it's just my husband and I'm not peeling potatoes for that. Thank you. I'm going to put a little black on it though. And then I do my spray foam and it's so much cheaper. Styrofoam is outrageous. So we're just going to do a little dry brush. So I may not even need to get back in my bottle of paint. There's so much on here. Water down a little bit. Awesome, glad you're here. I am usually on Monday nights. We sign up for our times like every couple weeks, and I usually snag the 8:30 Eastern on Mondays. And when I do Fun Fridays, I usually try to grab 8:30. This seems to be, because I'm Eastern and I know a lot of people are Central. I hate getting into people's supper time, but you never know when everybody is eaten. So they're toned it down just a smidge. Ooh, I soaked the black in my paper towel holder. So this is the same one that I made primitive. I just made it not all the way, it didn't bend all the way over. Thanks, Pam. Yeah, I've used spray foam for things for several years. Unless I have to have, when I make cemetery saddles, I do not use spray foam because I have to have like a 12 to 18 inch piece. I could probably buy a soap form to make a little homemade soap. Oh yeah, because you can get spray foam for what, $5-6? And I just line up containers and pots, some things that I'll want to use over the holidays, like containers to make centerpieces. I put a lot of centerpieces in at the shop I'm in. Okay, so I don't want my witch. I'm thinking about not connecting the witch hat down, but I'm going to put it towards the front, so this way, so I have room to put, excuse me. Do you, Stephanie? You got your order? Everybody's texted me they got their order today. Great. But I'm going to glue this down the back. I think I'm going to leave the witch hat just loose unless something else goes awry. My son and I were in the holiday totes today and brought some in. I'm just going to glue these back together because I cut them apart. Hey, Lori! Lori makes nice primitive stuff. I like your shutters that you posted. Okay, now we're gonna glue this down to the wood round. And if you're not into gluing glitzy, that's okay. Now we gotta hold on to this for a minute. I'm about ready to cut my bangs. About ready to cut my hair. If you've been with me very long, you know my hair's been short, but it's really long this time. I usually have it up in a ponytail. Okay, so we got that down. I have no vision, nothing. But I know that we got to cover this with some moss. Here's the hat after I splattered it with white. Looks like it's been snowing. Oh no, my phone better not die. Let me come plug in my phone. I forgot about it. That's what 10-foot phone cords are for. So we can just plug that baby in. There we go. I don't normally do that, but I've been on the phone a lot. My mom called, a friend called. Thank you. Okay, so let's see here. We're at the Spanish ones. I thought about green, but I don't like a lot of the green. I like the reindeer moss and the softer moss. I need to get some more of that. Oh, let's get the trash can out. I set my container in the trash can because you know when you come pulling this stuff out, it's like really ugly and gets around everywhere. Oh, where's my glue stick? Where's Carol Miller? I do like to splatter on the hat too. I am selling the hats just black for people to make it their own. Because you can make them up so many different ways, especially like the witch hats. You know, because I don't sell these painted, I just sell them. It is so messy. That's why I stand here and it's literally sitting in my bucket or in my trash. just because it is so messy. Now, I did learn when you want just a certain little spot, if you roll it like this, like when we're doing wreaths, you can just put it on a certain spot, but sometimes it has sticks in it. So I like to kind of bunch it up a little bit so it's not so crazy. We don't need to put a ton on here, but I do want this back side. Because if you put a lot of glue on your styrofoam or your gaps and cracks, it kind of limits where you can put what other stuff you want to put in there. Ouch, 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 ouch. Hot glue. Marsha's new. Well, welcome, Marsha. There's Carol Miller. I was just talking about you. My room's a wreck, Carol. Everybody welcome Marsha in. Tonight we're making a mess with a witch hat. So we're going to leave it at that. And then if I need to cover up some more, I just don't like leaving it to the last, because if you need to cover things up in between picks or flowers or whatnot, sometimes it's kind of hard. Carol thinks I'm taking attendance here. Has anybody watched Grimm? Grimm. My husband started on it because I kind of like the sci-fi stuff. Not scary sci-fi, but just silly. Thank you, Pam. Just gonna try and get this a little more contained. Looks like this person had a bad hair day. Okay, enough of that. Like I said, this is going to be a two-parter. I'm not going to be able to finish tonight, but I want to get a good start. I don't need this anymore. Might have to put a dollop of glue just to make it sit where I want it. I didn't want to have to glue it down, but aw, thank you, Jamie. Jamie's another Craft Around the Clock hostess. So is Sage. I don't know if Lisa's still here. It's fabric, Nikki. I made it. Which one? The one with the witch hat on it? Oh, nope, this one. It's fabric. It's a big one. This took a lot of stuffing and a lot of paint. It's a big one. It's got a little light in it. Can't see it with all my lights on, but yeah, that was a big project. But it's fabric, and then you stuff it, and then you paint it. So I do have a very large bow, but I don't want to put it on yet, because it's going to take up a lot of room. But I kind of just want to see. I might have to make a smaller one. Hi, Cindy. I have a hard time making small bows because I started as a wreath maker. So, can make a hat out of it. I got bags stationed everywhere. Thank you, Pam. I started on another one, but I haven't finished. I got pieces of, it was this pick that was just, it is glittered, but it's just branches. So I'm going to just dry fit it right now. I'm not doing candy corn. Oh, here's the non-glittered. No, I did not. There was a mouse that came with the snowman hat. I tried to make it. It's so little. I have nerve damage in my fingers, and sometimes I just can't do it. And that was, I just can't, when I was working on it, I just couldn't do it. So, all right, where's my red? See, the glitter was part of a pick. Here they are. So I have another mouse pattern I got. That's kind of huge. I learned the hard way not to make my centerpieces really tall, because then it's harder to find a box. That was thick. Okay. So this is non-glittered. This was off of another pick. Let's see if I can even get it in here. I have 2 mouse patterns that I haven't tried yet. See, I'm going to take that one out. This is why when I'm not sure what I'm making, I just dry fit it. And then, yes, it's a little bit more cumbersome to go back and glue it, but it's better if you're not sure. Hi, Rose. You just bought it? Which one did you get? Was it off of Old Primitive Roads? I like her patterns. Okay, so we don't need this and this and this. Not sure if I'm going to use any black leaves, but we'll leave them out. I have some little orange pumpkins, but I don't like the color of them. But I'm going to use them just to, like, as a placeholder. I'm going to paint them a little bit darker orange. More like a burnt orange. Hey, Jennifer, you're never late. You might just have to watch the replay. We're doing a centerpiece tonight. I hate moss. I really, really do. This might have to kick, no, it's not going to kick off the back, because then you can't see it. My one is, I'm going to have to glue it in. If I don't like where it's at, we'll have to do some reconstruction, because the hole got really big. You did get my stuff. Oh, awesome. Everybody's getting their stuff today. So those are too bright for me, but I think I might have to make a smaller bow. But I loved this 4-inch, this ribbon. So which feet? I'm like, ah, I hadn't opened that one because that's when I about stopped making wreaths. Not stopped, slowed way down, and I hadn't opened it. So I have these pumpkins. These are ones I made, and we'll have to put a stem on them. I do have, this is going to be more of a fun. Tracy is she's from My Sweet Home Living, and she's also our fearless leader on Craft Round the Clock. So I have this ribbon. It might even, I'm not sure where it came from. It even might be a Dollar Tree. But isn't it cute? I put it in the middle of the bow, but you can't really see it. But I wondered, this is kind of thick. I wondered about where the sections are, putting some ribbon. Let's see what else we've got down here. I think I used up all my thin orange yesterday. I have black. don't know if that's any thinner. It might be a little bit thinner. You can find some of these cute ones at Dollar Tree. I think this might have came from Hobby Lobby. Yeah, it's Hobby Lobby. But if you make crafts, like, you know, you never know what you're going to make. Thank you. Yep, Old Road Primrose. I have a lot of her patterns. For the witch hat, the boot. Yeah, I kind of like that. Let's put a little... So if you're just coming in, we will not be finishing the project tonight, but you're going to see how it's going to progress. If you got any ideas, shoot them out. The other one I like is Chestnut Junction. Hers are $1.99, so it's great. See, I'm just going to go around. Or should I cut it? No, we're just going to keep on going. Keep on going. Hey Brenda, how are you? Brenda's another Craft Around the Clock hostess. If you're not following my friends, give them a follow. We have some new creators going to join us in the Craft Around the Clock group. I already follow, is that a website for sewing patterns? Yes, Jennifer. It's on Etsy. So I have a whole list, but Old Road Primitives, Chestnut Junction, Sticks and Stones, STYK for stick. I have a whole list of, when I see someone that makes patterns that I like, I have a file for them. Should I stick with the same ribbon or use, I have an orange. Oh, it's wider though. I don't want to go wider. I need to get some thinner orange because I used up the rest of it. My yellow is even wider. I guess we're just using all black. I normally don't do that on these pumpkins, but we're zhuzhing them up. Oh, yes, she does have embroidery patterns. I did see that. I embroidered when I was a kid. Because I lived out in the middle of nowhere, you know, have something to do. But my grandma taught me how to... I lived right next door to my grandparents. One set of them. And she taught me how to sew and cook and crochet. The lady up the road, I used to go visit the older ladies up the road. We had one lady down by the river. She lived by herself. I don't know how old she was because she was old. But we called her Grandma Laughlin. She was the road grandma. Because there was a couple kids next to me and 5 kids down the road, and then that was it. So even if we hated each other, we played together because until we got older and got our licenses, there wasn't nothing to do. Wade in the river. Hi, Mary. I've got a couple off the wall ones that I have to look them up to remember. But I can spend so much money on patterns. My husband's like, you're creative, just make your own. I'm like, I'm not that good. I mean, pumpkins I did, but if you need direction on how to make the pumpkins, Old Road Primitives, I think she's got one. Got your box. Aw, thank you. So happy you got it. I was worried about one, and she texted me earlier and said that everything came perfect. So I was worried about that. The little primitive pumpkin head girl, I was worried about her shipping it. But she got bubble wrap around her head because she had a big old stem for her pumpkin head. Oh, isn't that cute? Ouch. I kind of decided what kind of ribbon or material do we want to put around the pumpkin. Ooh. So I moved all my felt. I have rolls and rolls of felt, and it was in the other room, and I had wood plaques in here, and I switched them. Because I need black. Because I have a whole box full of the small sheets of felt, but I don't have no black. Hubby went to the store and I said, "Give me some black felt." They didn't have none. So we're going to use this. Oh, it's all jagged anyway. So I cut my stems about 2 inches when I make a felt one. You can use sticks. Where's it with my rubber band? Oh, there it is. You can use wood sticks. You can use cinnamon sticks. You can use sticks covered in jute twine. Okay. I'll leave my ruler out. Ruler. You know, you're not supposed to cut it when it's all folded up like that, but you do what you gotta do. You seriously can. I have all kinds of stuff. Because I like to do too many different things, but I'm starting to really hone down on some of the stuff that I do. So I evened it off. Now we're going to cut them 2 inches is usually enough. Even for the bigger pumpkins, I use about 2 inches. If it's off a smidge, it's no big deal. Scrap bucket, where'd it go? Oh, it's up here now. I keep moving stuff and then I don't know where it went. Now we're going to roll it up. So since I have a very, very long piece of felt, I'm just going to roll till it looks like the size that I want. Thanks for the hearts. So when I start rolling this, I glued over just a teeny tiny, whoop, see it's popping up, just a teeny tiny one, and then you want to roll it pretty tight and try to keep it, the edges even, unless you want your center to look like a cinnamon roll. Sometimes I glue it as I go. It kind of, I don't know, just depends on what kind of mood I'm in. Jack of all trades, master of none. So you can kind of push it in if it gets off track. Resin I will probably leave alone. I have a little bit of resin left. The paint pouring, I tried paint pouring. It's too messy. Now, if that's all you're going to do, great. But I like to do too many different things, and I think I found my calling with the sewing. I learned to sew started when I was about 10 years old. That's about good enough. And I've put it down over the years, or, you know, you get tied up raising kids and all that. But I do like to sew. Okay. So here's our little stem. So it's 2 inches tall. I probably made it about 3/4 of an inch around. See, the little ones I probably could have gone a little bit shorter, but it'll be okay. Woo! I only got 5 minutes. See, I told you, it may be even a 3-parter. Hi, Sandy, how are you? I think I need something green or orange or both around the hat. And then I've got some leaves here I can put on the pumpkin. I did make the pumpkins. It's probably not on my Facebook anymore, but you can go over to my YouTube, which is Our Backroom Creations over there as well. And I made the segregated pumpkins. These are with 1 piece of fabric, and I've made them with 2 as well. I think I like the ones with 2 pieces. Those are kind of big. Wonder if I have, no, I don't think I have any smaller ones. Ooh, what are you rolling that way for? Oh, I do have a spider. Have some black spiders. Yeah. Those are from the Dollar Tree. Can you cut these? Will they look right? I'm going to try out sacrificial leaf here. If I stick my tongue out, do not laugh at me. That don't look so bad. That one was a little big. Hi, Lisa. We're gonna glue that on there. I bought the mini little spatulas at Walmart in the kitchen gadget aisle. Floyd used it when he did concrete containers, and I stole it. I didn't borrow it, I stole it. You quilt? Oh, I know. I've always had some kind of fabric in the house because, you know, you can craft with it as well. But these would have been good, maybe. I'm not going to do all black in the floral part, but I do want just something to put over the glue that I put there. I do have some dried stuff they put in flowers. Baby's breath. Or I love taking things apart to use. And then I have bags. Ooh, need more off. Bags of stuff. Once I start on a pick or a stem, it's just a little flower, just to cover up that glue spot. So I will figure out what band we're going to use. We're going to paint the pumpkins a darker orange. I have to figure out ribbon for this one. I need some thinner ribbon, so I might run to the store and get some. I'm not sure what night I will finish this, but I will put it on my page. So if you're not following me, give me a follow so you know what I'm doing. Oh, hi, Judy. Yeah, we're just finishing up, but you can go back and watch the replay. We didn't finish tonight. This is what we're working on. It's a witch hat centerpiece on a big wood board. I'm fabric obsessed too. Yes, Lori, I did hear that. They're going to go into the older Beerman old store is what I heard. But don't forget to join Craft Around the Clock and watch all the lovely ladies. Sage will be up next. And if not, I will see you Friday for Fun Friday. Have a great week, and I'll talk to you later. Bye, guys. Oh, I can't reach.